Hey guys, welcome back to History with Moakes. I am Moakes and this is Blake.
Hi.
So Blake, what planet do we live on?
Earth.
Earth, yeah. Started you off with an easy question, huh? So, speaking of Earth, every year on April 22nd, we celebrate Earth Day. Have you heard of that holiday before?
No.
Earth Day. So, let me ask you a question. What's like your favorite thing about our planet Earth?
The fun buildings that are here.
Fun buildings, okay. What if you like went out into like nature? What's your favorite part of that?
The fruit trees.
Fruit trees, yeah, that's a good answer.
And the flowers.
And flowers, there's some cool flowers out there. What's your favorite fruit?
Strawberries.
Strawberries, yeah, those come on a little plant, huh? We're growing some in our backyard. It'll be nice and fun when we have some to eat. With those cool things like the fruit trees and the plants and flowers, you wouldn't want that to go away, right? No, those are cool things to look at. They smell good sometimes, they taste good sometimes. So part of Earth Day, celebrating Earth Day, is wanting to protect our planet. Protect it from some bad things that are harming the planet, like pollution. Do you know what pollution is?
No.
So pollution, sometimes when you look in like big cities and it looks kind of foggy and dark, yeah, that kind of looks like a cloud, but it's actually pollution. So a lot of cars and other things put off exhaust, and it causes some pollution, which causes issues to the planet. And another thing is deforestation. Do you know what deforestation means? Yeah, that's a bigger word. What's a forest?
Like with lots of Christmas trees.
Yeah.
With no decoration.
Yeah.
And then like deers and rabbits and other kind of trees.
Yeah, would that be cool if those
And bushes.
Yeah, would that be cool if those trees had ornaments growing on them? Yeah, so forest is a big place, usually has lots and lots of trees. Most of the states in the United States have some cool forests if you want to go and look around for those. So we were talking about deforestation, okay? So if the letters DE are in front of a word, it usually means like to undo it, or it's the opposite of that thing.
Oh.
So to deforest a forest kind of means like you're taking the forest away. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Yeah, that's pretty sad to have forests go away. So some reasons for deforestation, cutting the trees down, is we use lots of wood for houses, and wood comes from trees, right?
Yes.
We use wood to build houses, schools, churches, buildings, all sorts of things. Sometimes trees are cleared away to make room for more farmland, so you can grow.
Like trails.
Yeah, like hiking trails. Yeah, definitely. Or sometimes they do it to build neighborhoods and cities. So, now, most of those things are pretty important to us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made tree posters at school that say, "Save the trees."
Save the trees?
Because we're learning about birds and trees.
Yeah, and that's a place where birds like to have their nests, huh?
Yeah.
So if those things are important, and we need to cut trees down for them, what do you think we could do to kind of keep trees in our forest?
Plant more tree seeds.
Yeah. So maybe if we need to cut trees down to build a house, we could plant more trees, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes, those take a long time to grow. Okay, but it definitely could help the planet in the future. So like when you're as old as me, it might, if you planted a tree now, it might be big enough to be helpful, huh? Another big thing that everyone can do, because not everyone's cutting trees down and using the wood and everything, we can all recycle or use recycled products. Do you know what it means to recycle?
Yes, reuse things.
Reuse things. Can you think of anything that we can reuse?
Plastic bottles and like other metal tins and cans.
Yeah, good. Some other things we can reuse are like paper. Okay, and what's paper made out of?
Trees.
Trees. Okay, so when we recycle, we keep from having to cut down even more trees than normal. And then with the plastic and the metals, you know, those things don't really come from the trees, but that's still an important thing to do. It's a great way to keep the pollution down, which is what we were talking about earlier. So one thing that we can do is go paperless, meaning we find other ways of doing things besides using paper all the time. Can you think of a few things we can do to go paperless, meaning we're not using paper?
Towels.
Yeah, so when we're using lots of paper towels, we're using a lot of paper, so we should use just hand towels, right? And then we can reuse those a lot. Some other things we can do, like in school, a lot of schools and businesses are starting to just do everything on a computer so that they're not printing off a bunch of paper. And when we're not using a bunch of paper, we don't need to cut down as many trees to use it. Yeah.
But for like math problems, they have to use paper, because how would they do other math?
Well, that's a good question. I think, you know, some schools are using iPads, and they can draw on iPads that way.
In kindergarten, I used a computer and an iPad.
Yeah, so there's definitely ways that we can go paperless and use less paper. Maybe we can't get rid of all paper, right?
Yeah.
But we can lower the amount of paper we use to help having to cut down more trees. So for Earth Day, we're going to share a little activity that we can do to show some of the beauty that is on our planet. We'll do a cool activity with leaves, and we'll also be showing you guys how to make homemade clay. Now, make sure before you do any of this, you ask your parents or an adult in your house for permission and ask them to help you out so you don't make a big mess. Yeah, probably a good idea, huh? All right.
First, how to make the clay. You'll need baking soda, cornstarch, water, and a pot for the stove. Make sure you have an adult helping and start with measuring 1 cup of water, then pour that into the pot on the stove. Then add in 1 cup of baking soda and 1 cup of cornstarch, also into the same pot. Stir continuously until it turns into a paste consistency. Once there, have a bowl near you and place the clay mixture into the bowl to cool for about 20 to 30 minutes. While you wait, head outside with an adult and find a few of your favorite leaves and stems on the ground in your backyard. By now, hopefully it's cool enough to touch and mold and you're ready for the next part. Take your clay and carefully grab small sections. Smooth them out and then take your leaves and stems and very lightly press them into the clay to make a little imprint of them. As you can see, we did this with a whole bunch of them. It's a super fun activity to celebrate Earth Day and be able to talk about ways we can help the beautiful earth we live on. Once you've done all the leaf imprints you want, let them dry overnight, and then you can paint them, color them, or place them on display. Make sure you tag us on Instagram at History with Moakes. We want to see them.
Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think of the activities, and
bye. Make sure to subscribe to our channel.